discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for Dead of Winter. We just got done playing the one with the Raxon expansion, and I was really hoping the Graveyard would actually come into play. So,
does the Graveyard do anything?
It said some game effects may affect it. I would assume they come back as
zombies or something.
Yeah, there's actually a card in here called King Shit of Fuck Hill. So, okay, so it is super late, so we're gonna try and talk about this as detailed as possible, but also not have it go too long. Luke, you said you had one thing to say. I hate this game.
The base game, I really don't have much to say about. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's a fun game.
Right.
I mean, it's not amazing, but I think it all functions pretty well. It's been a while since I played the game without the expansion, so it's, but as far as the Raxon expansion, it's two things. It's just, the main thing is, I think the cards in here are a little bit OP, and I think that's why it was so easy for us to win.
Mm-hmm.
We really didn't struggle that much.
I was gonna say, once I get that stuff, I didn't even leave it. I literally never. This guy never left after he got over there. I just stayed, and I just kept getting things that could help me.
Yeah, so I think either
else.
if those were less powerful, or if you had a hand limit or something.
Yeah, or maybe
when using that expansion, I don't know. But what I liked a lot was the flavor text. I thought that was really interesting.
I liked it a lot too.
Because I like the reading old experiment thing.
Right, right.
That's always been
cool. All the shit that happened. I kind of wish the special people moved, actually did stuff, because we were okay, let's just leave them there.
Yeah, because it was they were threatening, but we didn't have to deal with them. So it was why would we?
Yeah, it's okay, let's just leave that here. I would think the Raxon is really good, but I think these traps are super OP. Yeah. The fact that it just lands there and it just blows them all up, because we were when they get all filled up, we were oh no, and then it's oh wait a minute, let's just kill one, place a trap there, and then...
Well, if we didn't have cards that would let us continue to place traps every turn, it wouldn't have been so OP.
That's true. Which came from the Raxon.
Yeah, which goes back to what I said. I think if the mines were not so easy to just spam those, then it wouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah, I absolutely love this game. I love, you mentioned it earlier. You were I like how the zombies are just kind of there. And we have to deal with them occasionally, but the stressful part about this game is if one of us is a traitor, which we kind of you can in any traitor mechanic game figure out if there's a traitor, you get that vibe. But even towards the end, someone does something where it's okay, well, why did he really do that? I thought we were all good, but maybe someone's doing a really good job being the traitor.
That might have also been why we
Or I wasn't a traitor, but I did hoard stuff from you guys. These were several times, I remember in the crises, that we could have used these, and I chose not to, specifically because I wanted my objective to win. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get these cards again.
Right.
Because I was I don't know when a medicine's going to come across again. I don't know. And you saw how much trouble we had just getting medicine from a fucking hospital and books from a fucking library. So it's
your objective was really was more traitorous things, whereas
so it wasn't exactly traitorous. I wasn't trying to get everyone killed, but I was being selfish. Obviously,
it could appear traitorous, and and whenever it comes to
and even if you guys didn't see those cards, you would have seen the cards in my hand, and you'd be why does he keep or she keep holding cards that she's not using?
Right. You just misgender yourself.
Yes, I do it all the time.
Because I remember I was sitting here and I was he has cards under that. He's not the traitor, And so that's the thing. This could have just been this one game, but I feel these objective or secret cards aren't as traitorous looking as the base game. The base game, it's have 5 gas cards in your hand or stuff like that. This one, I was okay, equip books. Books are super helpful. So, and then it helped that she had Emma, who literally just went around getting books, and I was okay, I was done round 1.
Why would you really keep that a secret?
Yeah, still that's a pretty easy objective.
That one was really easy.
And mine was just oh, okay, here's all my stuff.
And
Done.
yours was perfect. Your secret objective was perfect for her because you had to exile cards. And what's funny is you and I switched earlier because you accidentally like picked mine up and then you picked that one up and then looked away and we switched them. So it's like, oh man, what if you had to get books and I had to be like, how do I get rid of these cards?
That would have been interesting.
So that's the thing I really like is the fact that this and the Crossroads cards.
Oh yeah, I do like the Crossroads too
And
because it adds like a little bit of extra like you don't know and. I was like, some of those were like so specific because I was like, is this even gonna happen? You know, or ever gonna happen? But then we sure enough had like about I would say 4 use, so probably about half the game.
Yeah,
half.
A lot of them don't, and that's why I like the variety. These are what bring the variety in. I think I kind of want to do this game again because this is the expansion and mix all the Crossroad cards, mix all the player cards, mix
like what the main game.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because earlier we were saying how like maybe because we were kind of just crushing it, and we were kind of like we said maybe this expansion was too easy, but you said the other game seemed like it was too hard.
Seemed pretty
maybe
hard.
they were like trying to balance it out by meshing them to where you get a little bit of OP stuff and a little bit of fuck you over kind of stuff.
Yep. So I'm wondering. I definitely have to try it. Like, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think it would balance out? Or do you think it?
I think it would balance out.
Yeah. So I'd have to try that and then do
Especially
that.
with that place. That fucking place gives you like awesome shit.
Yeah. The thing we didn't do, and you can. These are all modules. Like this game comes with the base game. Not with the base game cards or anything, but you get just standard Dead of Winter. It comes with Raxon, which I really liked, but it also comes with Bandits. And you can play with Raxon and Bandits, or just Bandit. You can mix and match. You could
Why
not.
did you choose not to do the Bandits? By the way?
Because I like the idea of the experiments.
Okay.
And instead, I just really like that idea.
Oh, okay. So you choose between either Bandits or.
You can do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if doing both would have evened it out.
See, that's what I'm wondering.
Because we did have a lot.
Because the bandits are negative, I assume.
Yeah, they probably are like they're raiders and they attack us. Or
Yeah.
There was a lot like we have to trade with them or something like that. I don't know what they do. But
it's probably like the base game is really hard. This is really easy, and then both is balanced.
Yeah,
I think they have
exactly.
like 3 different difficulties.
Right, I guess. Yeah, and then this one. I mean, this one was just a long one. Like there was the hard one. We would have to survive 10 rounds, and morale starts at 6. This one it was bog standard 8 and 8. So we started with high morale, and we ended up losing half of it. But
they're like,
so
well, that was pretty shitty, but
yeah, I lost all my starting people. That sucked. That sucked really bad.
I literally just like I didn't do hardly anything, but I affected the game so much.
Yeah, I wonder what one like if someone had gotten exiled. If you are not the betrayer, reveal your secret objective to all players and remove it from the game. Your new secret objective is now the following. You control at least 3, and this is Preach. You control at least 3 survivors, and none of the survivors you control have any type of wound tokens on them. So that's how you would win. If you are the betrayer, the first goal on your secret objective has changed to the following. You have at least 3 book cards equipped to survivors you control. So, fuck. So, yeah. Okay, so that's usually what happens. You still get to play.
Okay.
And that's what that does, which is really cool. I like the crisis cards in this a lot. I really like that vault one. I like the idea of and this was in the base
Mixing
game
the
too.
real world.
Yeah, like not game stuff, and it tied into the Crossroads cards where it's like, hey, if anyone scratches their head. There's another one in the base game where it's like, if anyone yawns, read this card. So I always think that's really cool, mixing real world into the game.
Now, depending on how many cards you have, this is like I could see like memorizing a lot of those at the same time.
Well, the thing you talk about the Crossroads cards.
Well, Crossroads and that. But that's gonna be any game.
Yeah,
I feel like.
And the thing is with these, it's like, what are you gonna memorize? Oh, this one's food.
Yeah.
Like memorizing these literally changes nothing.
Yeah.
And I would say, you could technically try and memorize all these.
Well, I wouldn't say try to memorize it, but you would be kind of like thinking about them in the back of your head. The ones you're like, okay, I remember, don't do this, or watch out for this, possibly.
But you're not allowed to.
The Crossroads would be harder, would be almost pointless to remember because there's such an unlikely chance that you'll even do them.
Yeah. And you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to influence that person's decision. So even if you know exactly what this card does, doesn't matter because it's up to them to choose. So.
Right. And so, because a lot of them, like the thumbs up and thumbs down, I wasn't supposed to read that to you guys. You guys had to role play and choose what to do, and I like that. I like the options where it's like you guys have no influence on my decision. So like the solar power, it's like if you guys really wanted me to, it's like it's my decision. I don't want to do that.
We're not there.
Yeah, and one of them I remember playing it was like a supply drop, and it added like 8 food to the supply or 10 food to the supply, but I had to roll for exposure for like everyone. It was something like awful, and I did it, and I wasn't the traitor, but I was like, I know that food can be a pain in the ass, so I always like having that supply. And so the Crossroads cards are my absolute favorite. There's only really one other thing that came with the expansion. I like the graveyard actually. Just even though I didn't do anything, I like just having them there. Like, oh, they died.
Yeah.
This is a way to organize them instead of just throwing them off.
What's it called? An Oregon Trail. They give you like a little card, like on the back of it, you can write. Like they have like little tombstones, and you can write like your name.
Really?
Yeah. When you die.
Here lies Sally Smith.
Yeah.
She was
like we had one person
She
die of
sucked.
dysentery, and we wrote he was the shit.
Actually, so I looked at these. I like these noise tokens. I would literally just flip them, and it's like, okay, well, they either survive or they don't. Here was.
Now, quick question: was there any way we could obtain more of these, or
no,
do we just start off
it's
with
4 different each time.
Okay.
So like next game, it could have been the greenhouse, the outhouse, fireplace, and the tool shed, or any combination. And that was the thing I was going to talk about. What do you guys think of those?
Those are cool.
I like them.
I really like them
out.
too.
Especially when my character, when she was there,
Are
that's
these part of the expansion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, those were expansion, and those were really cool.
And we found DVDs for the DVD player. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, who would have guessed that would have happened? I almost want to think if you combined all the Crossroads cards, if it would dilute the game. Like, if you, because then it's like, then it relies so much on, hey, is this person, so if you combine the survivors and shit like that, or like if you have that big stack of Crossroads, if it's like, okay, well, DVDs are never going to, but sometimes they may. So, the variety and replayability in this game is absolutely outstanding. This game is super simple too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, roll
Like, at
your
first-
dice, and this is what you can do with dice. This is what you.
Yeah, they basically give you like a
This is one of the
easy
best
to use
player player reference things, and it organizes it. You can you place your, so it's just aesthetically pleasing. The base game, like I said, this was in the unboxing, but this was those were cardboard, or those were paper, and now they're cardboard. This is just a better material, made out of what?
This was just a better material made out of.
Oh, yep, you can tell it's fucking early.
It's 6.
It is 6, so
It's cloud day.
yep. So and we talked about the pills,
Nothing.
right? Right. Yeah, the pills were really cool. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Seems so risky.
Huh? Yeah, and this game can be risky. So you kind of push your luck a lot,
Yeah.
and it's like this fucking die like every single time, no matter what you're doing.
I
It's like, I'm gonna
barely
kill him.
moved.
It's like, or it's like I need you to
Because of that
move, but
reason.
I don't want to move. I moved fucking over there and died, and both my people died. So, all right. So, scale of 1 to 10.
I would say like a 7, but if it had been more balanced, it would easily be an 8.
I could say an 8, but I see what he's saying too.
Yeah.
That it could be used a little bit more balance.
Which is weird because we won, so
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
I wish it was actually harder.
Yeah.
Why can't you just fucking
It's
Dark
it's
Souls
always
me?
it's always either this is too hard or this is too easy. There's
Yeah.
never like a
And sometimes that happens. This could have easily gone the complete
Oh,
other
yeah,
way.
there
well,
was-
that's why I said it could be an 8 because I don't know. Just from this experience, we could have just gotten really lucky.
Like, if I had got that mine thrower,
It could be harder than I think.
could have
it is.
got like
Right,
just
right.
something else, and would have been just as bad.
With the expansion and the fact one of us could have been a traitor, and
True.
that would have thrown this whole game off.
Yeah.
So, and then that would probably be my complaint, is the fact if you find out who's a traitor, or if there's not a traitor, then this game does get easy because it's like, let's just work together.
Yeah.
The game,
Which was pretty obvious early on.
yeah, the game itself is not hard. Even though this is a cooperative game, this game is not hard enough to hurt us. if we're all working together. Like Robinson Crusoe is a cooperative game, and that game beats the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can think of way you could maybe cancel that out is if occasionally you got forced to have another secret objective. Like maybe you came across something like in a pile or something, I don't know.
That made you change.
Yeah, and it was just like, hey, this is also an objective.
Fucking Tales of Arabian Nights.
Yeah. You could do it to where instead of 9 cards to choose from and one being betrayed, you do 4.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is. So someone is a traitor, you could do that. Mm-hmm. But I like the idea of like you don't know.
Yeah.
The entire game. You don't know if someone's so I don't know.
You could do like groups of cards. You could say, here's a group of 4, one of them is a traitor, here's a group of 4, one of them is a traitor. So that way there is variety,
Yeah.
but then there's always a traitor.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like that would still kind of ruin it. If you knew someone was a traitor, then
what if
they're
everybody
going
was
to
a
exile.
traitor?
Yeah.
Like everybody ended up as a traitor?
Yeah,
That'd
the
be
whole
hilarious.
point of the game is the zombies are never the problem, but they can be, and we don't trust each other. So it's like, well, why do you do so? I don't know. This game, we happened to figure it out, and it just worked for us, which is still good. So I really liked all the add-ons, even though it was easy. I know I've played this game where it's like, fuck this game.
Yeah. Well, it's still a really good game.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8.5, 8.5, just because I also really like this game. I'd have to play with the bandits to get it any higher. What about you?
I'll give it an 8.
8? Okay. I can't think of anything else with the expansion, so we're going to end it there. That was our thoughts on Dead of Winter, The Long Night standalone expansion. Go buy it. But other than that, go check out the unboxings and shit. But if not, then like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. And good night! Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you want to help out the channel, I have my Patreon link right there. If you want to make some suggestions on board games you'd like to see us run through, I have my board game geek list right there. And if you want to just, like the Facebook page, I have my Facebook link right there. And have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.